Hello everyone, I'm Lao Gao. A few days ago, the world's richest person changed. The current richest person in the world is Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. Today, I checked his personal assets, which are $197 billion. The second richest, Bezos, has $182 billion. Out of the top 10, 8 are Americans, 1 is French, and 1 is Chinese. You wouldn't guess who the Chinese person is. It's Zhang Shanshan. The chairman of Nongfu Spring. We're discussing market capitalization influenced by stock price changes, so the richest person title can shift anytime. We made a special video about Musk, calling him the man closest to being godlike. Today is the second episode about Musk. I'm particularly interested in him because his actions significantly impact humanity's future. This sensation is somewhat distinct from other magnates, a truly science fiction-like individual. Are you aware of how other magnates differ? Do other magnates possess any science fiction qualities? Consider Buffett, for instance. What is science fiction like about him? And most importantly, Musk is consistently transforming his science fiction visions into reality, which is rather uncommon. You might even assert that he is crafting our future. Today, let's delve into the future world that Musk is meticulously designing for all of us. Musk has several renowned companies under his leadership, such as SpaceX, a space exploration and development company, Tesla, which manufactures electric vehicles, and The Boring Company, a tunneling enterprise that drills beneath the Earth's surface. Through these three companies, you can essentially observe that he has influence over the sky, the ground, and the subterranean. There's another company called Solar City, which is focused on clean energy and solar power. It is currently the largest solar energy company in the United States. Another impressive company is Neuralink, which researches brain-computer interfaces. It aims to control. Simply put, it's about connecting the brain with computer brains and machinery, studying this interface. Through this interface, the human brain can control some external devices, which may be limited, unlimited, or even wireless. Yes, exactly. Isn't that controlling consciousness, where consciousness controls certain things? Conversely, the computer can also influence your brain through this interface, assisting your brain in completing tasks and controlling your brain. In short, Elon Musk has a vast array of companies, touching on various future fields. Some viewers might not have seen previous films, so today we'll briefly introduce Elon Musk's life. Elon Musk was born in 1971 in South Africa. His father was an engineer and his mother was a model. The family was particularly wealthy. When Musk went to college, he studied physics and economics. Later, in 1995, he was admitted to Stanford University's high-energy physics program, but he dropped out after just 2 days. After dropping out with financial support from his father, he and his younger brother co-founded a software company. 4 years later, this software company was acquired by Compaq for $370 million. He used the money from selling the company to establish an online bank called X.com, which merged with PayPal in 2001. That's the current PayPal. PayPal was acquired by eBay in 2002, and at that time, Musk made a significant amount of money. With the money he earned, Musk founded SpaceX in the same year, a space exploration company. 5 years later, in 2007, Musk began to take over Tesla, and in 2010, Tesla went public. On July 1st, 2020, Tesla's market value surpassed Toyota, becoming the largest car company in the world. About half a year later, Tesla's market value was equal to the total market value of all Japanese car brands. Even more than that. By the way, although it is the largest car company, it is not the largest company. Currently, the company with the highest market value is Apple, and the second is Saudi Aramco. Third is Microsoft, fourth is Google, fifth is Amazon, sixth is Facebook, and seventh is Tencent. Still engaged in the internet business? Yes, indeed. Tesla holds the 8th position, Alibaba ranks 9th, and TSMC is positioned 12th. Quite remarkable. The Arabian Petroleum Corporation. This company has always been top-ranked, but they haven't done much. What about Elon Musk? In 2006, he co-founded Solar City with a cousin. In 2013, he designed the Hyperloop, a tube with a vehicle inside, now being built in Dubai. In 2016, he started The Boring Company for tunneling and Neuralink, a brain-machine interface company. Next, we'll discuss how these companies under his leadership will shape our future. First, let's talk about the most famous one, Tesla, which is truly remarkable in the car industry. The biggest difference between Tesla and many other brands is that while other cars are just products, Tesla is a belief. For example, regarding autonomous driving technology, the majority of vehicles have now achieved level 2, which is considered assisted autonomous driving. The automatic cruise control in most cars fits this category. Next, people will explore level 3 autonomous driving, which is quite standard. Level 3 is nearly full autonomous driving, but people must monitor the car, and the car must check if the person is watching. It's a mutual monitoring type of autonomous driving. Level 4 is fully autonomous driving, but only in certain areas. It can only drive on this road or in this city autonomously. Level 5, though, is real full autonomous driving, where it can drive anywhere on its own. At the current development pace, level 5 autonomous driving could be reached in 10 years. We've also noted this regarding jobs that might vanish in the next decade. Tesla's cars are now at level 2 autonomous driving. So what's the difference? The difference is Musk said in July 2002, just 6 months ago, that we'd reach level 5 autonomous driving this year. Right. He didn't even consider level 3 or level 4. He went straight for level 5. That's the kind of person he is. Some people definitely think he's exaggerating, but based on his current track record, most of what he's claimed has actually come true. If level 5 autonomous driving is truly achieved this year or next, it would be like bringing the future forward by 10 years. Actually, I think that if we can really see the future in advance, it indirectly equates to extending our lifespan. Critics say full autonomous driving isn't solely Elon Musk's decision, as it's not just about the cars. Infrastructure and surrounding equipment must also advance. So, claiming autonomous driving will happen next year doesn't guarantee it will. However, Elon Musk intends to convey that I ought to be aligned with you, correct? I desire autonomous driving, and you should be synchronized with me. Aside from autonomous driving, Elon Musk is now focusing on another research direction for cars, which is exploring how to improve energy use. Although electric cars are already considered quite an environmentally friendly energy source, the current electricity mainly comes from fossil fuels like oil or coal, and even nuclear energy has its pollution issues. To minimize this pollution as much as possible, he is now considering integrating his solar energy company with his car company to use solar energy in cars, which would further reduce pollution. Additionally, to consume less energy, the car needs to be lighter and more robust. This is where SpaceX's rocket technology comes into play, as they are integrating the rocket company and energy company into their cars, ultimately giving the vehicle a very futuristic feel. This type of business. The business model uses synergy, meaning 1 + 1 is over 2. This effect continues. Another noteworthy aspect is that Tesla's interior design is remarkably simplistic. There are no buttons, merely a central screen akin to an iPad 1. This reflects Musk's straightforward and uncomplicated nature. Typically, when constructing an electric vehicle, the initial step is frequently the development of the battery. The core technology of electric cars is to develop high-performance, high-power, or large-capacity batteries to create better cars. However, Musk didn't think this way. He used the most ordinary Panasonic batteries, bundled a large number of them together, and formed a particularly reasonable structure, which became Tesla. Therefore, he didn't spend much money or effort on battery development, and quickly surpassed all other electric cars. He applied the same concept to rockets. You see, inside the SpaceX spacecraft, just like in the Tesla car, there are no buttons, it's all screens, and the astronauts just tap on the screens. Then you can control the rocket. In the past, the spacecraft was like an airplane, filled with all sorts of complex buttons. It's not that having buttons is bad, but each additional button increases costs. Manufacturing these buttons requires money, and you need to maintain, update, and inspect them. You have to check each button when inspecting the rocket, but without buttons, there's no need for such checks, saving a lot of costs. Moreover, once a button is made, it's difficult to change or replace it. Well, he doesn't need that. It's just a system inside the screen, so it can be changed or swapped as desired. Therefore, his approach to building rockets and cars is the same as building an iPhone. Removing all buttons to make everything virtual doesn't make it more prone to breaking. It actually doesn't break easily since there are fewer components, reducing the chance of failure. Each extra component adds risk. And he constructs rockets in a similar manner by assembling multiple smaller rockets together to create a larger rocket. What are the benefits of bundling rockets? Once launched, small rockets can detach and return for reuse. This is great because you don't need a big rocket that becomes useless after one launch, which would be pointless. SpaceX is now the most impressive rocket company. Its greatest contribution is cutting the cost of space transportation. Current data shows SpaceX has lowered the transport cost to the International Space Station down to 5%.
Reduced to 5%.
Indeed, it has become 95% less expensive, which is truly astonishing. On May 31st of the previous year, SpaceX accomplished the first ever manned spaceflight conducted by a private company, successfully sending their personnel into space. Subsequently, Musk promptly declared that in the following year, they intend to make space tourism accessible to ordinary individuals.
Chance don't they want to go? Huh? Yeah.
So you see, every step he takes is particularly fast. Space tourism was originally thought to be something decades away, but now it looks like it's happening next year. Of course, initially it won't be cheap, but the pace is really quick. Currently, the money SpaceX earns is mainly invested in the Mars colonization plan. Musk has always had a goal, which is to achieve travel between Mars and Earth. Musk mentioned in 2022 they need to send materials for humans to reach Mars. By 2024, they aim for human migration to Mars, which is the year after next.
Has anyone landed on Mars yet? Not at all, completely.
No. If Musk genuinely sends individuals there, Mars and its resources will belong to him. Everything will be under his control. By that point, His level of wealth is beyond what someone like Bezos or anyone else can compare to. It's really terrifying. As for SpaceX, besides rockets, there's another impressive project called the Starlink Plan. This has already started being implemented. The plan was initially launched in 2015, aiming to send 12,000 small satellites into space to cover the entire Earth, forming a satellite network. The most notable feature of this satellite network is that it doesn't involve ground-based stations, thus achieving global coverage. Seamless network communication allows you to receive a network connection on a plane, on a ship, or in any potentially uninhabited place.
Could it be used for surveillance? Surveillance might be possible too, this thing.
Once successful, it will eliminate all network companies globally. Since 2018, these satellites have been deployed, with 17 batches launched, each containing around 60 satellites. Now, there are 1,000 in the sky. Everyone can view the real-time dynamics of all the satellites on the Starlink project's official website, including each satellite's current position and altitude. You are able to observe the way it functions. Every satellite possesses a coverage area, and once they successfully launch all 12,000 satellites, there will be absolutely no dead spots. Currently, gaps exist between the circles, but by then, even those will vanish entirely.
Yes, he's trying to control all of humanity.
That's right.
Do you genuinely believe he actually launched them, or is it simply just a rumor?
That'd really scare you. After he launched so many satellites, the American Observatory first accused him, saying, "You're blocking my view. I can't see outside, right?" They said the solar panels on them caused reflections, making it impossible for telescopes to see. Later, he launched satellites that were all black, so they didn't reflect light, but being black, they absorbed heat, which led to other issues. He then made some improvements, and now there's no problem.
What about the polar regions?
Indeed, if satellites are positioned over the North Pole but absent over the South Pole, it could provide a different explanation for the flat Earth theory. Actually, seeing that picture just now, I felt it had a very futuristic vibe. It's like something you'd only see in sci-fi movies where a massive satellite network covers the Earth. It's quite ambitious. Done. Doesn't care about the president? He is contemplating how matters on a worldwide scale influence him.
This star.
It's systematic. Yes, his satellite is advancing quickly, and by 2025 it will be complete. By then, true internet freedom will happen. All network companies are nervous now, and many stock and securities investment experts say telecom stocks won't be promising in the future. His company.
Generate more income? Absolutely, indeed.
Every country has its pillar industries. He completely destroyed everyone at once, and he said that after this technology is realized, it will soon be implemented on Mars, and then within the solar system, achieving free communication within the galaxy. Who will use it is unclear, but he plans to make it happen.
Realize this. Does he need us to do anything? If not, we just wait to use it? There's no such good thing. It definitely needs to be utilized.
So what can you do? You can only use it. Of course, this isn't the most impressive one. The next most impressive is this, the Neuralink brain interface. It's also one of his most controversial projects at the moment. He emphasizes that this technology is for medical purposes with two main functions. One is for people with high-level paralysis whose brains are fine, but due to spinal cord damage, they can't control their bodies. So, by using this brain interface, it lets his brain control external devices again, offering another form of freedom.
The body, it's not just the mind that counts, it's a bit more.
This sensation has another function, which is reverse. It means that some people's brains suffer certain damage, such as dementia and prosopagnosia. It can also help the brain complete these tasks via the computer. He said the main goal is to achieve these two things.
Works for those in a vegetative state.
For someone in a vegetative state, the body lives, but the brain doesn't. If the brain dies, it's impossible. When the brain dies, it's like replacing it.
A computer, correct? Indeed, it transforms into a puppet.
That's right, actually it can.
It can be done, right? When we discuss this, everyone gets it. Though it highlights that it just does these two things.
The purpose is to prevent controversy. Everyone can imagine what it means for him to pass the review. Yes, everyone knows what he can do. If our brains can control external devices like mechanical arms, legs, or hearts, we wouldn't need this physical body anymore. In this way, we could significantly extend our lifespan. Moreover, he mentioned that if we can read data from the brain, we could replicate the brain, even replace it. Store the information from our brain onto a chip, upload it online, and then we truly...
Does it need to achieve immortality? Would you like to drink something?
Why do you always hope I do it?
If I order something, it feels like I can't do anything.
Therefore, that is the reason the future world he has envisioned for us does not possess such beneficial things. If the brain could really be copied, then one person's thoughts could become the thoughts of many people. So, which thought truly belongs to that person becomes hard to define. If our bodies could be exchanged to a certain extent, it would be difficult to define whether we are still human or robots. On the other hand, the concept of assisting the brain is superficially about enhancing some of our brain's functions, meaning that a forgetful person could be made less forgetful. This implies that knowledge could be implanted, and we wouldn't need to learn anymore. Similarly, it can also implant memories, and then it's not just a matter of knowledge. You can't even define who you are. It can implant a memory that makes you feel like you are someone, and then you become that person. What's the benefit? It can erase unhappy memories and keep only the happy ones, making it feel like you're living forever.
What's the point? It's not as interesting as it is now.
It can make you eternal. Happiness helps you feel supported in joy.
If it helps you feel happy, it must have a purpose, right? Why does it want me happy? To avoid suffering. He always wants me to do things.
This technology is indeed quite terrifying, and it will undoubtedly raise numerous ethical and moral dilemmas. In July of 2019, Elon Musk mentioned that they had successfully allowed a monkey's brain to control a computer. So that means the next step is to experiment on humans. Isn't anyone regulating this? How come no one is regulating it? There are many people involved, and a lot of people are discussing the risks of this. He said, let's not discuss the risks first, let's just implant the electrode in the brain first. As for what happens, we'll see later. We might discover many possibilities. For example, he emphasized that, you see, we can now use the Apple Watch to monitor our body's condition. With our interface, we can monitor the brain's condition. Mental health is also very important, perhaps even more so. Therefore, using this interface, we can fully monitor the brain's health status. And we can see on our watch, for example, if I'm feeling down and want to control my mood. This is very helpful.
What you said is really great.
Additionally, he emphasized that by monitoring the brain, we can gain a better understanding of it. We currently know too little about the brain. Through this, we can understand how the brain works, and there will be no mental illnesses.
It gradually takes over.
My brain is right, so this thing is really too powerful. As long as you question it, it always turns things for the better. Don't stress too much. There are plenty of benefits.
Such a person doesn't even have worries. It's like suddenly feeling sad, but without sadness, you don't feel very happy, and he makes you happy.
To help you feel happy, you know, in the end. Let me introduce you to his boring company. Compared to what was mentioned earlier, this boring company is really quite boring. It's about drilling holes underground. Most people might think that the future of transportation involves flying cars and trains in the sky. Musk doesn't think that way. He believes that future transportation can be easily achieved underground. Just drill a hole and put a high-speed train in there. Overall, Musk is a person with exceptionally strong execution capabilities. His strong ability to act is not just about thinking and then doing, but thinking and then completing.
It's a power.
Is it? It's definitely a superpower. The premise of his ability to rapidly achieve dreams is that he has a very strong learning ability. You see, he digs tunnels, builds rockets, connects brains, makes cars, and even launches satellites. He can do everything, though he may not be a specialist in any particular field. It doesn't have to be an expert, it just needs to know what it can do. It's possible that the things it talks about can be realized. Yes. Precisely because he is an outsider, he has no limitations, allowing him to imagine as much as possible in this industry. For example, NASA is exceptionally skilled at constructing rockets. When NASA initially set out to develop an extraordinarily powerful carrier rocket, the specialists evaluated the project and concluded that it would require a minimum of 10 years and billions of dollars. They started in 2010, and only this year did they make some progress, but unfortunately it was unsuccessful. Musk, on the other hand, is different. He proposed that if you desire a large carrier rocket, simply bundle smaller rockets together.
Couldn't NASA think of that?
You see, NASA has known this for a long time, but they felt that this approach was something an outsider would do. You should be developing an advanced rocket rather than simply bundling some small rockets together. But that's exactly what Musk did. Of course, he didn't invent it. The Soviets did it first. They bundled smaller rockets together, calling it an integrated rocket, and got the job done. It's like when they spent billions to invent a pen that could write in space, while the Soviets simply used a pencil to solve the problem. That's the idea, so Musk's approach is very simple. As long as I can quickly achieve my dream, it's fine, and indeed it's more reasonable. If a rocket can fly into the sky and be recovered, isn't that great? Building a large, advanced rocket that can't be recovered is meaningless. The same goes for electric cars. While all electric car manufacturers are researching high-performance batteries, he simply bundled the most ordinary Panasonic batteries together to build an electric car. He doesn't pursue technological innovation in this regard because he believes that it would take decades and he can't wait that long. He just uses existing materials, arranges them in a more reasonable structure, and achieves what he wants to accomplish. The brain interface issue is similar. Experts say we don't know the brain well enough, so we shouldn't proceed due to high risks. Musk says, no, let's just insert a couple of electrodes into the brain and then discuss.
Intense.
It's crazy. That's right. Everyone thinks he's a madman, but that's not really the case. In an interview, someone asked him, how do you have so much energy? They asked Musk, and he said, I'm someone with a very strong inner self. Building rockets is something most people wouldn't do because the chances of failure are too high. After all, this is a venture that NASA has already abandoned. I only have an 11% chance of success, but if I fail, I'll lose everything. I know a 10% success chance is enough for me. If I lose it all, so be it. Even if I just help humanity, I can accept any outcome. That's how he replied. What does this show? He is not the kind of person who is fearless due to ignorance. He is fully aware of the consequences. He is a very clear-minded individual. It's precisely because of this that so many people buy his stock, and that's how he became the richest person. In fact, people aren't just buying a stock. They're buying a dream they can look forward to, an opportunity to quickly glimpse the future. I think it's okay for someone like him to be the richest. Otherwise, how much money others have doesn't concern me. His becoming the richest truly affects me.
So now anger and sadness in the future, it is all essentially the same.
It's not really extravagant, it's just that you can. Remove this feeling and all your sadness and sorrow can be dealt with. If you don't want to be sad or upset, it can be resolved in an instant.